this is the 7 p.m. race. Cat 4-5 field. Gene Johnson cycling team. Hot night tonight. 81 degrees, around there. Second race, so I'm definitely feeling the heat by now. I'll fast forward a bit. So I'm trying to save energy again, hanging out in the back with Max at the beginning of the race. It's his second race also. So as we finish the first neutral lap, I think the pace is just a little too slow, so I launch an attack just to remind everyone this is a bike race. Thankfully, Max does a counterattack as soon as I'm caught. And I just want to keep the race animated, so that way everyone is just as tired as I am at the end of this race. So during the back straight, I fall back, so recover a bit, let the other teams respond to some of the attacks. That's on the back straight. I do another attack. Looks like we got a couple teammates join. Unfortunately, though, as soon as the field sees that happen, they close it down. But again, it's keeping the pace fast. So as soon as Randy and I get caught, Eric launches an attack, prevents anyone from resting in this race. So Randy launches an attack, strings the field out, and on the back straight, I allow that gap to grow, hoping that Randy could meet up with Eric in the break. I drift back to fifth wheel, let the other teams worry about it. So on the back straight, the brake is caught, and I've been resting up, so I got enough energy to launch a counterattack. No one comes along. Normally I would just kind of ease off of the power and let the field catch back up. But I remember it's a preem lap, so I decided I might as well go for it. Unfortunately, I don't see that there actually are two Apex riders about 30 seconds ahead. They're in front of the Masters field, so that's why I didn't notice them. So they take the preem. I don't know it at the time. I'll come up on the Masters field. So not sure if Randy, Eric, and Max know about that two-person break. I don't. But maybe that's why they're going hard. Someone pulls up to me and asks about the break. I tell them that there's no break. He points out that there's two Apex riders in front of the Masters field that I didn't see. Here's my response. So now I realize we have to pass the Masters field again. But luckily, it's only two Apex riders in this break. So the rest of the field should be motivated to chase us down. Alright, as I get to the back straight, I notice our speed is way down. We should be doing about 30 miles an hour. We don't have enough people helping out. Again, I try to start recruiting other teams to start doing some pulls, because I only have about 30 minutes of racing left to catch this big gap. We still have to get in front of Masters too, and there's just no organization right now. It gives me the elbow, but we've just done most of the pulls right now. We we have to let someone else do it. So I decided to do one more pull. Actually, have to tell people that someone's supposed to pass us now. Try another pull. Thankfully, I got this guy comes up. He understands what we need to do. We gap the field a little bit, but I don't care because it's going to force people to pick up the pace. I'm doing short pulls now, try to encourage other people to hop in. We're still trying to wave people through. And I'm hurting now. I don't know how many more pulls I can do. But I know we have to get in front of this Masters group to even have a chance of catching the break. So I figure if I'm in front of the Masters, it's going to force the rest of the 4 or 5 field to catch up to me. So I start telling people again that we have to rotate. Looks like people are starting to figure it out now. Last lap we were doing 24 miles an hour on the back straight, now we're doing 30. So as we cross the start finish line onto the front straight, breakaway is in sight, which causes everyone to ease off on the pace a bit. I'm still trying to recover, so I don't move up to the front. Kind of wish I did, because the Masters come by, which neutralizes us. So now on the back straight, we've got to organize ourselves again, start doing turns to get past the Masters, and finally put an end to this break. So on the second to last turn, I see the 2 Apex riders in the break are slowing down. I ride up next to them, let them know they've been caught, and tell them to ease it off a bit to allow the Masters to get away from us a bit so we stop passing them. So as the rest of the field comes up, try to let everyone know to neutralize the race, so that way we stop passing the Masters. So right now I got a text message from my wife on my bike computer saying she forgot her keys and to hurry up and finish the race so I can get home and let her inside.
Oh, fuck. My wife forgot her keys.
Our team's represented well up in the front. I do notice the pace is slowing down a bit. Now that we've caught the break, everyone seems to be resting for the finish. I don't want that to happen. I plan to launch an attack, but luckily Max is thinking the same thing, and he does one. So as we get to the back straight, I see it's just our team at the front of the field. So I launch an attack to make sure other teams are working hard for this race. I see the apex rider taking a sip of water. So I do an attack on the protected side. So on the front straight, I ease up, hoping someone else counterattacks. Randy does it, coming from the left. Look at these other people chase him down. Make them burn up their matches right before their sprint. Got 2 laps to go now. Once Randy's caught, we'll do another attack. So as we get to the back straight, I don't really want to be on the front anymore doing all the work, so I drift back a few wheels and slot in. But unfortunately, we just have Eric at the front. No one appears to be doing any counterattacks. I don't want him to waste his legs at the front of the field. So I do another attack. I want to inspire somebody else to launch an attack. And Max does it. Comes up strong on the inside. And I kind of ease off. Let the other teams try to chase him down. And I'll ride their wheel. So Randy tells me to meet up with Eric for the lead out. And in the heat of the moment, I actually forget that it's Max up front. I see the orange bike and think it's Eric. But right before I try to bridge that gap, luckily Eric comes up from behind, tells me to hop on. So come to the end of the front straight. See, Max has been caught. And what I don't want to happen is I don't want our team to be at the front at this point, because there's going to be a counterattack. And if we're at the front, we won't be in a good position to respond. So I actually let Eric go. So on the backside straight, there's a crash in the 1-2-3 race. We got to go around. So we move over to the left and pass it. See Peter, member of the Zoom squad, on the left side of the track, walking his bike. He was in a crash a couple weeks ago, so it's bad luck for him. And Eric sees it. He gets a little distracted looking at him. Woo-hoo. And I'm trying to stay a few wheels back. Right now, Randy's telling me to get in front of him and to find Eric for the lead out. But Eric's too far up front. If I get up the front with him, we're just going to be swarmed. I think we're in a good position here in the second to last turn. We got Francisco on the outside of the turn. This is his first race. And as we finish this turn, I tell Randy to stay left. That's the protected side. I want to go into this last turn on the left side with some speed. I see Francisco coming from the right fast. I tell Eric to go, hoping he'd get onto that wheel. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to organize. A little cyclocross action. I'm in a good spot. Randy finds my wheel. He comes up over the top. Grab 6th. I get 7th. Yeah, not too bad of a result considering how much work we had to do chasing down the Apex group. On the last 2 turns, our team was in a pretty good position. We just have to do a better job of getting the lead out organized. If Eric saw Francisco coming from the right and accelerated a little bit quicker, got on his wheel, and that would have been great. We had Francisco, Eric, me, and Randy. We could have probably kept the speed up higher towards the end and delivered Randy to the front even faster. Now we know what we need to work on for next race.